The other day, I got an email, and in the email it said, I need to talk. Now, this is a universal sign to me that a person was having an emotional or some type of crisis where they just needed to have a conversation. And so we talked, and we had a long conversation about all the hardship and all the things that they were feeling. I'm not going to say if they were male or if they were female. I'm not going to say if they were young or if they were old. But what I am going to say is they were brave. If you are feeling any form of fashion of like you're going to harm yourself, maybe the world seems too much. It just seems like things can't get right. Maybe you're suffering from depression, anxiety. Maybe you're being bullied. Maybe somebody doesn't accept your sexual orientation. Maybe you're just 100% lost and have no clue on what to do with your next move. You feel disappointed on the way that life has dealt the cards to you. Whatever the reason is, rather than harm yourself, please do what this brave person did and reach out and get help. Contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. And if for some reason, any reason, you just don't feel comfortable enough to make that phone call, feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds with a simple message of, we need to talk. I will make myself available to you as I made myself available to that individual. I will go through every single step possible that is necessary for you to survive. Whether you know it or not, you're already a survivor. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep living. Let's talk football. What's going on, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show with your host, Luke G. I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm going to do my best not to rant. I don't want to belittle the man, but I want you to understand that there's a level of ridiculousness that needs to be explored. And we need to really question why this is happening. What draws a person to have this view in the first place? And so I have a number of things that I got to hit on off rip. I got to go over Michael Lombardi and what he feels a need to do. Spending 17 minutes of a 55-minute show. I feel like it was longer than that, but I think I clocked 17 minutes. Basically talking about the Detroit.Alliance. We got to talk about Levi. We got to talk about the Lions' latest acquisitions and releases. We got to talk about who's here, who's not, and a host of other things. I'm going to do my best to get through this classy, okay? Real classy, because this is how we should be done. Classy, right? We gotta just put everything to perspective. This is why I do this, so we can talk football in perspective. Now let me just be clear, people. Let me just be clear. You're going to hear some things that you may or may not agree with. That's the word I'm gonna use. You may or may not agree with. However, if you do agree with it, we can talk about it. But before we get into that, let's see who's in the building with me today and rock with them. We got Gino in the building. We got Craig Bevins in the building. Jimbo G is in the building. JGB is in the building. Izza 777 in the building. Looney Tunes in the building. Go Lions again. Congratulations. Shout out to Go Lions. He said his daughter is off in college, man. So I love hearing great news. So shout out to him and shout out to his family. Congratulations to his daughter for taking that next step to further her education. We have Detroit family in the building. We have Marcus Robinson in the building. D-Map Zoom is in the building. Frog Crop is in the building. Detroit Tellis is in the building. We have, let me see, who am I forgetting? John Bradshaw's in the building. Make sure I ain't forget nobody, man. I try my best. If you are in here, please put a message in there and I will shout you out. Hey, KC Bayboy in the building. What up, though? Let's see. It says gone and rant, Luke. I've already done one today. It's not that bad. I'm gonna fight the urge to do it, man. I hear some things and I really wonder why. Okay. Go Lion says, thanks, bro. Hey, no, listen, shout out to you. You father, you handle your business. You've achieved a milestone and getting her to the next level, and you're supporting that. That's what we here for. That's what we do. That is our purpose. 100%. We got my man Vern Van in the building. He says, shake my head at Luke, skip my message. Where I go? How did I skip your message? What do you mean? No, I had it up, man. I didn't skip your message. Salute to Luke G and everyone in the chat. I hope everyone is doing good. I didn't skip the message. I put it up there. I'm sorry. Just don't kill me. All right, people. Let me get all the other stuff out the way. Lions have signed a new linebacker. Apparently, they signed linebacker Rashard Bates. Man, hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna get this together because what y'all not gonna do is embarrass me about this man's name. I just read it a couple minutes ago and tried to remember it. I'm just gonna go back and look at it and make sure I get his name. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts on what I think about this signing. Because I think it's gonna be interesting, which y'all think. My thoughts on it. All right, so they signed. Where you at, buddy? All right, so we have signed Rashad Perry. Oh, what the hell? Come on now, computer. Y'all gotta excuse me. Technology is having a way right now with me, and it's winning the battle. But I'm going to bounce back like an old man hairline and get it together. All right. Oh, also I gotta tell you, we gotta talk about Dan Campbell and how Dan Campbell took a stand on something that I think he needed to take a stand on. Yes, we signed Rashad Berry. That's his name, Berry. Here's my thoughts on it. No one cares. He's a camp body. He's not making a team. He's lucky if he make the practice squad. He's brought in because we got injuries and we're trying to preserve and save people from getting hurt. And so, yeah, I'm not intrigued enough to care about his role. And at best, he's a special teams guy. At best, at worst, he's not on the team. And I think it's going to be at worst for him. It's a tryout. It's a trial and error run. The Lions also cut longtime long snapper Don Muleback. And here's my thoughts to that. Again, I just don't care. I know some people felt like, this right here removes the curse. The curse is lifted. It's all done. We've moved past it. This is going to kill. I'm just not with it. I'm sorry. Call me strange. I can care less. I don't think this curse do anything. We had we had a bad curse of basic coaching. We need better coaching, and that's just how it should be. I'm just saying. And then listen, I know everybody's talking about how savage it is for them to do it on a birthday and everything like that after they decorated his locker. Yes, they decorated his locker with lights and everything with the number 40 and was like, yo, happy birthday. Here's your gift. You're released. The only thing that mattered to me about that release was the fact that Dan Campbell just simply made it clear. It was time. Like, how long is you going to, like, if we can't find somebody to just freaking long snap the ball, we in trouble. And he has been taking up a spot from somebody who can really help. So if we can find somebody who can long snap, i.e. one of our centers who we already have, who can long snap, then just do that. Nobody can line up over the long snapper. So you can essentially delegate that position to an extra receiver, an extra cornerback, an extra safety, hell, an extra quarterback, extra running back. You don't long snapper? Come on, people. We've been doing this too long. I don't care. I don't care. I will get into the Levi thing because right now there's been a lot of talk about Levi Onwuzurike. I'm pretty sure I said that right. And with that, it's clear to me that he feeling himself. He is 100% feeling himself. I'm hearing that he's blowing people up. He's saying it's a lot of pent up energy. I'm glad. Save it for the regular season, but I want him to keep that same energy going into it. I feel like they're going to try to keep it under wraps, but it is what it is. Now I'm trying to get through a lot of the quicker stuff because I'll get into the other little smaller stuff like questions. But I just, good to hear that he's doing good in practice. Now let me get to this because this damn thing right here. I talked about this on the last show with Analytics Dan. Shout out to him. It is linked in the description, so make sure you check him out. But I talked about this with him, and I briefly did it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. When you read something, it's like, oh, that's what he said. When you hear it, it's like, that's what he said? So Michael Lombardi, I read what he said, and I thought, oh, I'm like, dude, you're being ridiculous. And again, when I heard what he said, it irritated me. It truly irritated me. I'm talking about like get under your skin irritation. Like I'm talking about like you need cream for this itch type irritate. That's how much he was so aggravating in this. And the only thing I want you to do as we go through this is ask yourself why. Ask yourself why, and ask yourself what is the point. And then once you get past that, then come to the part of saying, is he serious? Okay. People, if I don't put a message on the screen, please, I do apologize. Okay. I do, but I'm about to have some fun with this. Let's listen to this guy who's apparently on a podcast with a guy who's supposed to be a Lions fan. Supposed to be. That's the key word today, people. Supposed to be. Let's get into it. This is so. Let me go back. I got to go back a little bit. Before we get to this point, he was, now mind you, and it starts at the 5 minute and 55 second of this particular podcast. He was so amped to talk about this that the host kept saying, we'll get into it. Now, here we go, people. Let's see.
It's 23-3, Michael. And then, of course, the Lions. I can't. I'm just going to try not to laugh. But my Lions, of course, lose the game 16-15 to Buffalo, and the Lions were laying a couple there.
Yeah, I mean, that one was a tough one, especially if you bet the Lions like our dear friend Josh Applebaum did. The way that our man Dan Campbell.
He's bitter.
Well, he should be.
He is.
It's funny. I tweeted it out today on Twitter, and people say, "Oh, it's only the preseason." No, there's a time to do things right, and there's never not a time to not do it right. And
we just getting started. People have already acknowledged to him, hey, dude, it's preseason. He said, no, there's a time to do things right, and there's never not a time to do things not right. Okay. But if there's ever time to do anything, wouldn't it be when you're practicing? Like, for example, right? Like if I was trying to be like the world's greatest pitcher and I was trying to create a new pitch, would I attempt to try to create that in the game that actually counts? Or would I do that shit in practice? Right? Like would I literally try in the middle of a game to decide, hey, let's create a new pitch? Or should I try it in practice? We just following his logic. I'm gonna let him talk because the ignorance is already there. Let's go.
When you're at that point in the game, you better do the things the right way, or else you just don't know, or else you just didn't think about it.
Yep.
That's the concerning part to me. I know we have a break. I see Stephanie's waving her hands over there. But
well, she's back.
Once we get back, we'll finish on
well, there's some issues at her household with your quarterback rankings, which we'll get to.
I heard.
Lombardi Line, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Drama to start early on a Saturday as we say hi. And again, 3 preseason games yesterday, all 3 cashed to the under. You got 10 more going today. So let's get into it. If you don't mind, we'll start with the Lions and Dan Campbell. An angle that, some bettors like to back is first-year head coach, first preseason game, try to set a culture. Didn't go down with Arthur Smith yesterday and didn't go down with our buddy Dan Campbell. A 16-15 win for the Bills as dogs. Cashes to the under. But the big story coming out of this is the clock management at the end of the game.
Well, I mean, look, I respect him for drinking 80 ounces of caffeinated coffee.
And 4 espresso shots on top of that. I'm sorry.
I mean, look, this is what we talked about. This is a game of intellectual capacity. This isn't a game of, whoa, let's get in here and beat up on it. This is a game of thinking. This is chess on grass. And my man, Dan Campbell, was not even playing checkers last night.
My therapist said that I should take a deep breath before I lose my mind. He told me to count. I don't listen very well. Let me just try this again. So he wasn't even playing checkers in a preseason game. When I read it, it don't sound like this. I swear. In my head, I was picturing a totally different conversation. The way it was written, I was like, yo, this is clearly not what's going on here. It's not possible that this is a real conversation. So I I got to think to myself, he's talking like it's so important. And as we go through and break down the level of ignorance that this man himself is displaying, we're going to do it with class. That's right, people. We're going to do it with class. Why? Because apparently he knows better than everybody else. So I decided to go all the way to hell back to 2003. Yes, 2003. And I wanted to see what we did in the preseason, because as he gets into this, why he's not playing checkers. It's a chess game. It's a game of mentality. You don't just get in there and beat them up. Tell that to Charles Haley. Tell that to Lawrence Taylor. You don't just beat them up. Okay, we're going to play this game. Anyway, 2003 preseason. Lions went 2-2. And if you look at it, let's be honest, 26 points, 38 points, and when they lost, obviously nobody played in this game for real. But you figure, dang, 2-2 ain't too bad. What did they finish that year? 5-11? Oh. Okay, 2-2 not good enough. If you're going to be good at this thing called preseason, you better have a better record, right? Because if you don't, then now we got a problem. So let's go back on down here. This is now 2004. And so I'm figuring, here we go. Again, 2-2, right? 27 points, 20. This stuff means so much. And they went 6-10. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Clearly, we're going to get it. We are going to get it, people, because preseason matters. All right. So, right at this point, this is just it right here. We lost the first game in preseason, Hall of Fame game. Yeah. We turn around, we lose Cleveland. Oh, my God. You lose to the Rams. It's terrible. And not only did you lose to the Rams, you got blew out by the Rams. Now, you finish 5-11. Don't worry about it. We're going to get this together. I want y'all to understand that there's a level of stupid that happens in this thing called media, and people do it constantly unchecked. Oh, you mean tell me they went 1-3? They went 1-3 again. Finished 3-13. All right, you know what? Clearly we know where this is headed. We clearly know how this is working, because it's ridiculous to do this. This is not fair. Oh, we went 2-2 again. We finished 7-9. As you can see, there's no correlation to no damn preseason to the regular season. Zilch, nada. The Ravens have been a very good preseason team, and so have a bunch of other teams. It has no correlation to the regular season. It just doesn't. But Mike Lombardi, that smart guy, that guy who's a former general manager who felt the need to be the smart guy in the room. Yeah, that guy. Don't tell him that. It matters. So let's take a look-see at what the hell matters. All right. Now, here we go.
Right. He wasn't even playing checkers. He gets a first down. He's got 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 15. He's got a very, very easy field goal to make. Right. So this is after the 2-minute warning. Okay. So the 2-minute warning comes down. He's got a 3rd and 4. Gets the first down. Buffalo stops the clock. Does exactly what they should do. But right? 1st and 10 now. What happens? Run the football. Great call, Dan. You're really doing good. I'm feeling you now. I'm feeling you. Buffalo calls their second timeout. What's Dan do after this? He throws a short pass over to the right flat. Incomplete. Okay. 3rd and 5. Throws another pass. No concern. Now Buffalo gets the ball back with 1:38 to go in the game, and all they need is a field goal to win the game. If he runs the ball on 2nd down, 2nd and 10, say he gets 2 yards, they have to use their last timeout. So they use the last timeout. You run it on 3rd down. You take that clock all the way down as far as you can. You might even you use your timeout.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why do we got to practice that? Right? Like, you took a whole 60-minute game and narrowed it down to this one moment to talk about poor clock management. Why do we even got to practice that? It was clear that if they wanted to score, they could. They didn't want to. They wanted to get players who they were trying to evaluate reps. So why is Mike Lombardi wasting all of this energy to try to destroy and dismantle Dan Campbell? Now, I had to do a little research because I didn't realize it was this deep in the pot. But he's really good friends with Matt Patricia, Bob Quin, and all those people over there in New England. Oh, he rides or die for them. Okay, and so now it's making more and more sense. I'm starting to get it. Then it's a part of that he didn't get the general manager position here, right? But again, he took that whole little moment and boiled it down. So again, we already know that there's no correlation between preseason, between preseason and the damn regular season. We know this to be the case, right? Because what happened in 2008? Right? Because there's a huge correlation. Oh, we rolling, y'all. Keep rolling. They say winning is contagious. That's what they said. They said winning is contagious. And if you start off 4-0, clearly that's a sign of something that's damn near viral, right? It's going to spread like wildfire. This is contagious. And what did they finish this year? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, 0-16. You mean to tell me that they can win all 4 preseason games, winning is contagious, and everything about getting a win in preseason matters, but then we turn around and go 0-16. And we didn't just go 0-16 in a poor fashion. No, we had one of the worst defenses in the offense. What offense? Non-existent. But guess what? This doesn't mean anything to Michael Lombardi because it's about winning the game. You're a new coach, and if you're a new coach, you clearly want to win the game. Well, let's take a look because I saw a question that came from Panda. Panda makes a very good point, and I would have to do a little bit more research to get the exact numbers, but let's just look at what our rookie coach did the following year in preseason. So in the following year in preseason, after taking over a 0-16 team, Jim Schwartz goes 3-1 in the preseason. And don't get me wrong, he didn't just go 3-1. Look at those point scores, right? Pittsburgh, the only one that held him under 7. They put 25, 35, 28. It's safe to say they averaging over 25 points a game in preseason. And what did they finish? 6-10. Huh. Well, where's the correlation? There is none. The point I'm showing is that these games mean nothing. If this was back in the day, I could totally understand. They probably had more meaning, but this is not back in the day. This is present day. And in present day, no one gives a care about these games. They are evaluating tools. Don't tell Michael Lombardi this, people. He's a genius. I mean, he's almost as much a rocket scientist as Matt Patricia. I want y'all to hear the stupidness that's coming out this man's mouth. It's a reason why I have a lion getting ready to devour his head, because I don't think he was thinking with it. And if he was, it was up something else. There's just no way to explain it. So let's get back into the great Michael Lombardi. You know, that guy that just knows these things. Let's go to it.
Then you kick the field goal. They have 40 seconds left to go in the game. I mean, it's just stupid football. Like, there's a way you have to do football the right way. This is not about the preseason. This is about you being one step ahead. This is about you being in control. You tell your assistants 2 runs here. We're running the ball here. I want to run here. That's what head coaches do. If I were the general manager of the Lions and I had to watch this, I would have thrown up after the game. I would have been absolutely sick. If Al Davis watched this, if Al Davis watched that, he would have lost his job.
Well, Mr. Michael Lombardi, I'm glad you're not the general manager. But then again, maybe I do kind of hope you were the general manager. So that way, when you throw up, you could have held it in your throat and just did what we all wanted you to do and be gone. Maybe you could have did that. Maybe, just maybe, Michael Lombardi, while you're bringing up other people who no one cares about. L. Davis would have. Why? Stop this noise. Stop playing with me. Okay? The bottom line is this. I now see why the Lions didn't hire you as a general manager. It's because you think you're a coach as well. You actually think that you have an intelligent bone in your body to qualify you to do this. In a game that don't even count. The first preseason game of the season. You know what I found even more intriguing is that as he continues to talk and put his foot in the mouth, wait till I tell you at the end what I discovered about good old Michael Lombardi. Oh, let me finish his little, what's the word I want to use? I'm not going to say his epic fail. Nope, that's not fair enough. His cosmic fail. No, that's not strong enough. The shit show. That's the word for it. Let him finish his shit show.
That would have been over.
Lions were
Not
outscored.
because Al Davis wanted to win preseason games. That wasn't the point. He wanted to win, but he wanted it to do it the right way.
Okay, so in matter of seconds, you contradict yourself and say that, it's not that L. Davis wanted to win. I mean, he wanted to win, but he wanted to do it the right way. But he didn't care about preseason games? So if L. Davis didn't care about preseason games, why do you, Michael Lombardi? I mean, is it safe to say that even Bill Belichick doesn't manage the game the way that you think it should be done? I mean, they don't really ever do anything in the preseason. Like, ever. They seem to win just fine. They're the total opposite of it. Okay.
This is if you saw this at a high school game, no disrespect to high school coaches, this would be absurd. This is ridiculous. Like, you're on somebody just gave you a 6-year contract, and this is what you do in your first game? And now you want me as a betting influencer, as somebody you want me to put money on your intellectual capacity to manage a game? I don't think so. There's no chance. There's no way.
Get at him, dog. Get at him. Josh Allen and Mitchell Trubisky barely played.
This guy is supposed to be a Lions fan. Get at him, dog. Like, the only song he ever heard was a DMX track. Get at him, dog? Are you serious? What is he getting at? What are you talking about? You're not talking about a game. We're not even talking about goddamn practice. It's a scrimmage. It's literally a scrimmage. Anybody who's played any sports has had a scrimmage. Could you imagine if I have a scrimmage and a person is mad that I made a mistake in the scrimmage because, he cared more about the win in the scrimmage, but then we turn around and lose every game afterwards? This guy's going in, y'all. Keep thinking to yourself, why? He's going in on a preseason game. He must be a ketchup lover. I'm trying to hold it together. We're talking about preseason, people. I mean, this is ludicrous to me. We're talking about damn preseason. Okay? Now, he's giving his harsh evaluation of this coach over his first preseason game. He's telling people don't bet on him, don't trust him, don't believe in him. This is a joke. He's not even playing checkers out there. The Lions had long drives, and he's going to talk about who wasn't in for the guy who's supposed to be a Lions fan. He's going to talk about who wasn't in for the Bills. Who in the hell? We were missing players too. But we're going to let this show keep going.
Lions were outscored 12-3 in the fourth. You mentioned isn't too much at stake not to employ a probability or a clock manager. I mean, it's obvious that he was overwhelmed.
What does he do all game? But what does he do? Seriously, what's he have to do? He's not calling offense. He's not calling defense. What's he going to do? He should be coaching the coaches.
He's got.
I get all this toughness. I get all this. Maybe him and Chris Spielman are doing chin-ups between each series. I don't know what the hell's going on. Seriously, if you're Spielman and you're a true football guy, you got to be out of your mind today. This is an example. I don't want to hear, well, we wanted to see our team in 2 minutes. What are you talking about? All those guys that were going to be in the 2 minute, they're going to get cut.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, he's going to try to clean up because he realized swiftly that was a stupid-ass statement. But he's going to try to clean it up, people. I promise you, he's going to try and clean it up. He's going to say, you may keep about 10 of them. Well, I still want to see what those 10 do. It gave David Blau more reps. It gave McKinley more reps. It gave the running back more reps. I need to see Kenny block. Can my tight ends execute? If the backup lineman block. What are we trying to do here? You want to win games. This is the ultimate goal, right? Then you practice it when it don't count. This is the equivalent to a guy who is literally practicing push-ups. Literally. He's practicing push-ups, and Let's say he just started today. And he's never done a push-up in his life, and he's mad he can't do 100. You're ridiculous. You're trying to evaluate yourself to figure out how to get to your goal. This is dumb. Now, stay with me. Shout out to you, Just Adrian. I see you changed that name. 100%. Love it. Just stay with me. I want y'all to hear the whole... I just want y'all to hear it. There's no way I cannot let y'all not hear this. This is just ridiculous.
They're not even going to be on the team. You want to watch a bunch of guys get cut and how they handle the final end of the game? Seriously. What could possibly be your reason for this? I want to...
Evaluation. Players. Player evaluation. This is the reason. I want to evaluate players. It's the first preseason game. I know who most of my starters are going to be. Those backups need to show me something. I need to figure out parts for them. I also need to figure out what works and don't work. Right? And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in preseason. Ooh, Michael Lombardi. No wonder you a former GM.
Put them in the right situation. They're all going to get cut. Everybody on that field in the fourth quarter is probably going to get cut. Maybe 10 guys won't. Come on. You want us to have enough confidence that we're going to bet with you and then Anthony Lynn? I mean, what the hell's going on?
Well, at least Anthony Lynn calls an exciting offense. They ran on every first down. I mean, this is going to it's going to be a very basic.
They couldn't even run the ball on Buffalo with.
Now, the supposed Lions fan, I wish I could see the freaking air quotations. The supposed Lions fan is mad because they ran the ball on first. Huh? I bet you the same guy who got like Derrick Henry on his fantasy team and gets excited every time they run the ball on first. This is just like Patty. This is not even like, this ain't even football they're talking about. This is personal. This is petty and it's personal. And the supposed Lion fan is sitting up here just kissing all type of ass because he thinks Michael Lombardi is important. He's so important that nobody in the NFL will touch him. Not even his friends. Yeah, you're kissing butt. I would have challenged this man to high heaven. Why are you having this conversation? It's preseason. If they go out and win the game and they do it the way you said and they win the game, then what? So what? Makes no sense. No one cares. No one's going to look at you and go, oh, the Lions won a preseason game. They're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Yeah. Nobody's saying that. Oh, the Lions won the first preseason game. Playoff team. Nobody is saying that. We understand what the preseason is for. As my man JT point out, preseason is about evaluating the depth on the team and getting players on the lower end of the depth chart reps so they can make the team or another team. It's not hard for us. We're casual fans. Half of us just play freaking Madden and watch the game. Not Michael Lombardi. He's a freaking rocket scientist. It's just ridiculous.
Their first team offensive line and Buffalo's backups.
Is that
now,
good?
What was concerning in that game, that wasn't good. No, I don't think so. And then it was concerning in that game, if you're a Lions fan, which you are.
Thanks.
The way the Bills, who have no running game, was able to run the football effectively on the
I noticed, bro. I noticed. Yeah. No, I was aware. And you can't catch anybody because they're slow as molasses. It's going to be a long year. It's that five total.
So
and by the way, BetMGM, Ewing told us at BetMGM, everybody was taking the Lions over 5. What are you insane?
Because they're hook, line, and sinker on this new Rockney guy they got there as the coach. At some point, you have to be smart. You know, you got to be smart. That's not smart football. You don't think you lose the confidence of your players?
My man should be behind the counter at a GN.
If you lost the confidence of your players at the one preseason game, you already in trouble. You might as well do what Urban Meyer did and quit. I'm serious. But here's how you know they're not paying attention. Did that team look like they was defeated? Did they look like confidence was lacking? Did they look rattled? Were they confused or disoriented? Were they lost in the sauce because they lost a preseason game? You really are questioning this man who has literally come in here, changed the culture, changed the attitude, changed the perspective, changed the landscape of this team, and you're going to question if players are losing confidence? He's already losing the locker room. You can't make this stuff up. You just cannot make this stuff up. How do you you're so hell-bent. I mean, listen, even Stretch Armstrong, Mr. Fantastic, couldn't even stretch this story this long to this BS. It's not possible. It's just not. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Shout out to SpeakEZ Detroit Podcast. He says Steelers are good, legitimate test for the Lions. It is, and that's going to be the dress rehearsal. You're going to see the first half of your starters playing. Dress rehearsal. And God forbid somebody is not playing for the Steelers because they don't give a crap about the preseason game. They're trying to evaluate talent too. Their coach should probably be praised for doing it. Meanwhile, our team would be getting destroyed because we blew out a team that didn't have this and didn't have that. It's just, it don't make sense. I'm trying. Y'all gotta hear it. I read it and I thought, oh, okay. Hearing it is totally different because you can see that he genuinely believes this. But watch, listen to the so-called Lion fan. Listen to his response. He said he should be working at where?
See, not a head coach on the sideline. I mean, okay, you're jacked. You got a sweet goatee.
Or greeting people as they come into Starbucks. Go for the double espresso.
So apparently he should be working at GNC or greeting people as he comes to the door at Starbucks because this first game was so horrible in preseason. Let me go to a comment that just, you know, I think there's a logic in this building. It's a lot of red pill people here today. I want to salute you all for joining me. This comes from Dominique Davis. That's not even objective criticism. It's not. It's absolutely not. It sounds like there's an agenda behind it with both of them. It is. It is just, what is this? Now, mind you, put this in perspective. I ain't pausing it. Imagine how long this little segment went on of them talking like this. Like it was such an egregious act of what he did in a preseason game. I feel like, you know what? If any of you ever seen the Chappelle show and they were making fun when he was acting like he was Dylan and he was like a sugar cookie. Because you can't understand, like, of all the freaking things you need us to go out there and walk all the way and get a damn sugar cookie. It's preseason. He should be working at Starbucks because of a preseason game? His first preseason? You this tight over his first preseason game? I can't. I won't. I don't know how you come to these conclusions. I don't know who pissed in your coffee. I don't know what the Fords told you when they said they wasn't hiring you as the general manager and you keep putting your name in the hat. I don't know what they did. But whatever they did, on behalf of the Detroit Lions and the Lions fan base, we sorry for whatever it is. We gonna just say we wrong so you can feel better, Michael Lombardi. Your feelings are clearly hurt. There's no way possible that you are literally doing this job and you're doing it fairly. There's nothing about this objective. There's no perspective being brought into this. This is 100% full-out onslaught of an attack. And you got the support of an idiot who's egging you on who's supposed to be a Lions fan. Like, why? It says, told you this had everything to do with gambling and nothing to do with football. He's bringing up betting. Tells me I am wrong, Luke. It is. It's about betting. But if you're betting on preseason games, you're an idiot. You got to be an idiot to bet on a preseason game and act as if though, like, yeah, we're covering point spreads in preseason. Why would you do that? Nobody. They're literally, everybody's evaluating. It's a shorter preseason, and you thought that they were really playing for real? Why would you do that? Did you bet in favor of the freaking Packers? Because if you did, you lost even more money on that one. Did you bet in favor of the Vikings? I mean, this is just, there's not even, It's not even comical at this point. We're going to hurry to finish this up because I got to get to the other topics, but this is just ridiculous. Let him finish his stupid.
Expert. Nobody, seriously, all kidding aside, he'd be great. He's an expert when it comes to caffeine. When it comes to last 2 minutes of a football game, not necessarily his strong suit. All kidding aside, that was embarrassing.
I know Parcells is friends with Campbell, Bill Parcells. I'm sure they're friends. They go back. If Bill watched that last night, he would have been sick.
But again, it's a concept, right? I just want to clarify. It's not about winning or losing. It's about conceptually what he was trying to accomplish.
Okay, people. Y'all join me. Okay? Y'all got to excuse me. Y'all got to join me. Join me for a second. They have did all that talking, all that hating, all that critiquing, all that extra reaching. The shoulders is hurting how much reaching they doing. To keep coming to the same point, it's not about wins and losses. Then what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? And why are we talking about it? They did all of that to say it's not about wins and losses. It's about what happened conceptually in a practice scrimmage. Okay.
Right. Even if, let's say he did it the way I think he should have done it, which is the right way. I'm not being egotistical here. It's the right way to do it. It's how you win football games, right? So you do that, okay? And now, if you get beat in overtime, you did everything you could. At least you put your team in a position to win the game. But doing this, with all they need is a field goal in an indoor stadium. So, you know that in the summertime, it's hot. The ball's going to go further indoors. You can't risk that.
The Bills were able to run the football, 114 yards. Jake Fromm and Davis Webb lit up the Lions. It wasn't even true. MVP Mitch wasn't even in the mix, really.
I thought Davis Webb looked actually pretty good. Davis Webb looked pretty good,
Yeah. It's going to be a long year, dude. I mean, listen, I get it. And they're going to try to control the clock and they're going to try to be tough.
But you got to be smart. I mean, that's all good on paper. Let's write this down. We're going to control the clock. Okay, great. That looks good. Let's write it down.
Got it.
Like, what happens when we have to win the game in the final 5 minutes of the game? What's all that control on the clock? That whole I'm going to control the clock. It doesn't matter what you do with the clock. It matters what you do with the football. Do we score? I mean, you can give Kansas City the ball for 26 minutes. They'll give you 30 points.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to score. The reason I keep.
What's funny when people say things, they don't age really well. He said you can give Kansas City the ball 26 minutes and they'll score. Well, let's take a swift look at that, old chap, won't we? Right? Because that's what they say. If you give them just how many minutes? 26 minutes, and they'll score 30 points. Because you know what, buddy? They're Kansas City. And everybody knows that Kansas City does it the right way. They does it the clean way, the strong side. You know what I mean? It's Kansas City. They only need 26 minutes, and they'll give you 30 points. You're talking about a Kansas City Chiefs team in the regular season, not preseason. And granted, Kansas City had not played when you made this statement, clearly. But if you were this disappointed, just out of curiosity, if you was just this disappointed in the Detroit Lions preseason game, well, sheesh. How did you feel about Kansas City's preseason game? Were you ecstatic with it? Did you think it was a very good game? Right? Like did it make you feel better? Right? Like did you walk away from that game saying to yourself, yeah, they the real deal Holyfield. Right? Like that's what it is, right? So let's talk about Mr. Mike Lombardi. I'm going to show you how sometimes people can just say things because they have a platform to do so and it doesn't mean nothing. Now, according to Michael Lombardi, you give them 26 minutes and they'll give you 30. So how many points can they give you in 29 minutes and 28 seconds? Oh, 19 in the preseason. Oh, so Mike, let me ask you a question. Are you going to now tell me how they didn't have this person in and how Patrick Mahomes didn't do this and all this other stuff? Was that bad coaching? I mean, we're coaching to win the game, right? Shouldn't we have our starters in? Shouldn't we have put in the guys who's going to do it, right? They couldn't run the ball, he says, right? This is what they pointed out when it came to them. They couldn't run the ball. They got outrushed too. Oh, damn. 175-74. I wonder how excited he was with that. Are you still going to tell people to bet on them? See, this is what I'm talking about. And then y'all wonder why I come in here and got to defend the Lions, because this is a joke. It has to be. It's just, it has to be. When you got KC Bayboy, he said, I actually find Joy Taylor's hate more enjoyable. This is just sad. I told y'all, I read it. I swear y'all don't understand. When I read it, I was ready to be done with it. Somebody's like, did you hear it? I say, I read it. I don't gotta hear it. They said, no, you really gotta hear it. It wasn't just him. They was like really in it. And I was like, what? I listened to this thing. I said, this can't be real. This is not possible. I'm gonna give you the last little piece of it, and then we're gonna move on. 26 minutes and 30 points, huh? Preseason. It gets done by the minute.
Preaching about you got to control the clock against Kansas City. I should finish this, and you have to score. You could have the ball 34 minutes. I mean, the Browns had it over 30 minutes. They didn't score enough. It's the control the clock element.
Wait a minute. I forget this. I totally forgot. Shout out to Hair Therapeutic Massage. I totally forgot this. Wait, there is no overtime in preseason. You know what the F Mike talking about, bruh? I totally forgot. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. I mean, again, he's such a genius. I've totally forgot. Oh my God. Oh, that just made my day. He literally. Let's get going. This dude ridiculous.
It has to be attached to scoring.
And it was a backup party for Buffalo. And you know what? They were penalized 9 times for like 105. I mean, it was an ugly game from Buffalo's perspective, and Detroit still couldn't capitalize and gain momentum. And then, of course, the 4th overall pick in Penei Sewell was absolutely I know he got trucked on a play, but the idea that all of a sudden he's a bust because he got trucked, again, the tackle there, he's moving over to the right side for the Lions, a kid out of Oregon.
I think that the Lions' offensive line would admit that they were disappointing in the game. I don't think they were very good. I think he was soft on that set. Rosario got the sack. The young rookie from Miami, who the Bills picked in the second round, looked good. I thought Goff went backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket, which there was no room. I mean, look, this is going to be a work in progress for the Lions. You know, and they talk about Goff and they talk about all the things that he's been able to do for them. We shall see when he's away from McVay how that all works out.
I do have good news about your boy Goff-face, Jared Goff, new quarterback of the Lions. Rawr. The Jared Goff, the local reporter, somebody texted me, he's engaged. And I said, well, congratulations. That's wonderful. No, he said he's totally into the game. He kept his headset on when the backups were in, and he was constantly over the shoulder of Anthony Lynn. I'm like, who cares? Like, of course he should be engaged. Like, what are you talking about? This is going to be, listen, they're going to try to run the ball. You saw him on first downs. Just very basic, running the football. That's how it's going to be with Anthony Lynn. When Anthony Lynn was calling the offense in Buffalo, Michael, he ran the football more than anybody. That's what he's going to do. And by the way, what was Anthony Lynn known for in Los Angeles? His abhorrent clock management. You combine that with old caffeine, we got an issue.
I mean,
we got Four Loko over here.
Did anybody ask Campbell after the game? Did anybody ask him about this after the game? I couldn't find it online. I was searching the Detroit papers. I couldn't find it. Nobody brought it up. Like,
because nobody cares. It's preseason. It's freaking preseason. Who cares? People, if you want to hear the entire rest of this interview, because I can't take it no more. I physically can't do it. If you want to hear it, just simply Google Mike Lombardi preseason week 1 podcast, and you will see the Vision, like VSIN or something like that. I forget what the hell it is. You will see it and you can listen to it. But I want you to understand something. Ask yourself this question: where was the objectivity? Where was the partial thinking to this? Where was the fairness in this? There was nothing in this. There was absolutely nothing in here that you can look at and say, okay, that host of that is supposed to be a Lions fan. The whole time he acted like being a Lions fan was the worst thing in the history. The worst thing. It's amazing to me. And I'm disgusted because you're sitting here with this guy who clearly makes no sense and you're just going along with it. I could be on here interviewing Barry Sanders right now, and he says something that's stupid, and I'm going to question it. Barry, what you talking about? No, you're going to explain that, Barry. What you talking about? He didn't do that. He didn't do that. And I find it ridiculous. I find it absurd. I find it literally just aggravating that he was allowed to have this, and he's talking about the media questioning Dan Campbell. Where's the media storm to say how stupid you are? You're pushing an agenda for betting. Okay. But you spent well over. Now, mind you, he spent well over 17 freaking minutes destroying Dan Campbell's character. Said the man should be working at Starbucks greeting. He can't even make the damn coffee. He can't be behind the cash register. There is no such thing as being in the back and the inventory stock boy. He has to be the greeter. He's not smart. He's not smart. And meanwhile, the co-host over there just to keep in. That doesn't make sense. I really thought when I read it that I understood what happened. I did. I thought I got it. I thought I understood what happened. I thought I understood the tone and the way it was written. I had no clue that it was this serious for him. Like, I had no clue. Now, here's the thing I said I was going to wait to tell you about. So, obviously, we know the week 1 results, right? We know what happened in all these week 1 results. Check this out, y'all. He praised the hell out of the coaching by the Bears. Praised the hell out of Justin Fields. Check this out. He even praised the Vikings. Guess what he praised the Vikings and the Packers for? I want y'all to look at these scores. This is the Vikings versus the Denver Broncos. He didn't talk about the Broncos like that. He talked about the Vikings. And he praised them. And he said they did the right thing in getting as many reps to evaluate players in the game. Them is his words. I was trying to cue it up while I was up here losing my head. And I'm just irritated. I don't even want to hear his freaking voice no more. Here's what he said about the Packers. Look at this score. To the Houston Texans with no Deshaun Watson. Right? Here's what he said about this team. He talked about how, again, quote, the Packers were able to show a lot of things that were great, and this was clearly not a game that they cared about winning in. They simply just wanted to evaluate the players on their roster. Okay. Right? That's how he's talking. So I go, okay, clearly, I don't know the hell I'm talking about, right? And so he goes down here, he comes to this game right here. And then he goes, you got to love what the Buccaneers is doing. Bruce Arians has a clue on what he's doing. He called a great game, and they came up short. This is how you evaluate in preseason. Jesus. People, y'all got questions? I can't. I can't. Any questions you got, people, I'm taking them. I can't. You can ask me anything you want. Crack a joke. I can't. I needed to do this. I needed to get this off my chest. I needed to breathe. I got some more people in media who talking crazy, and I'm going to get them too, because you have to know how to do this objectively. Take all the other stuff out first. Take everything out. Take the emotion out. Take out the subjectivity out. Keep it objective. If you go back and you look at that and you saw that, you could see that they could have scored if they wanted to. And that wasn't the case. Ooh, Analytics Den. What is better, Snickers or Reese's? Reese's for me, buddy. I think Snickers is good, but Reese's all day for me. I take that all day. Ferg Lions 509. Did you read my article? I loved your article. I was trying to figure out how, because I was reading it from my phone, and I got to figure out how to bring it up on the screen, and I want to post it in Discord, because at least you were willing to go through each part and break it down. I love what you did. I didn't know you was a writer. I really did enjoy your article. I love how you gave different pieces. There's a few pieces that I didn't agree with, but I understood your logic behind it, and I said, well, I can't kill him on that. That's a good point. So I love what you did. Once I figure out how to get it over to my Discord, I'm going to make sure I get it. I think people should read this article. I love what you did there. So, yes, I did read it. How do you destroy us for evaluating players just to turn around and applaud everybody else for evaluating players? Because you're angry. You're bitter, right? What he did is the equivalent to like that girl that you broke up with because she was toxic, and now you got a new girl. So the new girl, you know, like the ex-girlfriend swear the new girl ain't nothing, and she just do whatever you say. If you did whatever I say, you probably still be with me instead of being mad and bitter and angry. That's what it is. That's what it boiled down to. He's angry he didn't get the job. He's angry that people, because I'm telling you, I really believe this. If Louis Riddick or somebody else in that arena would have got the job, they was going to bring him on. And when that didn't happen, he said, F it. I bet you that's what the plan was, and it didn't work. Lombardi is supposed to be a professional GM candidate, not a hot take opinionator of the media. He missed that memo. Jordan Love was garbage in that game too. Well, don't tell Michael Lombardi that. He said that he played bad, but he said that for a guy who didn't play that long. And I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, you're making excuses for everybody else. But Dan Campbell's a meathead. He doesn't like Dan Campbell because Dan Campbell took the job, and first let me go back. He don't like Dan Campbell because he took Matt Patricia's job. That's one. Two, he doesn't like Dan Campbell because Dan Campbell is 100% the opposite of Matt Patricia and has taken his fair shots of saying, like, look, we're not going to do it the way that guy did it. We're going to do it different. And he doesn't like him because his friends, Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, got fired by who? The Lions, a team who he applied for, and they basically said, we're not interested. I mean, we brought you in because we had to, but not with it. Luke, just say great argument to these people. Steve-O, do you like Reese's Cups or Pieces? Cups. The Pieces used to hit back in the day, but candy is changing these days, and I don't like the Reese's Pieces no more. They like skimping out. It's more chocolate than it is actual peanut butter, and I want the peanut butter. Luke, can you please promise not to play any more sound bites ever again from Lombardi? Obviously, he's butthurt at the Lions didn't hire him. He has an agenda not worth listening to. But if I don't share it, then y'all don't know to do these things and get at them. And I want y'all to be aware of what people are saying. So that's just part of the process. I'm sorry, but I have to. Hey, Luke, I got in late. Did you talk about the quarterback situation? Yep, I'm finna get into it right now. So basically, the Lions have brought in a new quarterback. Yeah. You know that guy that you all were in love with from the XFL, whose last name I am not finna sit here and botch because I don't need y'all to judge me. You know what I'm talking about. I know some of y'all is like, go for it, Luke. I'm not. I'm not finna do it. But I can tell you this much. I'm okay with it. Again, he's a camp body. You're trying to preserve those other quarterbacks, and I understand what you're doing, and I'm not going to kill them on it. If there are other quarterbacks I would have rather them took, nope, because I don't need them to take anybody that's not prepared to unseat the guys that's up there right now. The guy that we brought in is not unseating David Blau. He's not unseating Tim Boyles. He's a camp body. Somebody I can throw in, get a few good looks, and use him in practice as a scout guy when we go against mobile quarterbacks. I'm not looking to do anything outside of that. I think that that's a fair assessment to have when you're getting these players. But for the most part, they know who they want to get. It's just a matter of finding the best of the best of the best, sir. Will it be good to see the Lions versus Saturday against the Steelers Saturday night? It will, because I think they're going to play them for a half. So you get more reps to see what they do. But again, we also got to keep it into perspective. The storylines are gonna be who was not in for the Steelers. Luke, I have a question. What did we do to deserve watching that torture? So it's not a video, it's a podcast, it's audio. But what we did is this. I have to report to you that I reported it to you. I just didn't know he took it that far. Like I really didn't. For a preseason game. Said that the man should be working at GNC in Starbucks as a greeter. Like how? I didn't think he was gonna go that far, and he did over a preseason game. The old boy needs to be locked up for all that ass kissing. Hey, he was kissing all type of ass. He didn't care what was on it neither. Even though it was covered in poop, he was like, It's crazy. It's really crazy. That's why we crack jokes at his expense, because he gets too hot over these knuckleheads. I try because I really believe that sports has a strong objective point to it. And if you can do something objectively, you can. I don't talk emotionally. And when I do, I'll tell you like, hey, I'm being emotional about it right now. But a lot of the time I try to keep it objective. Why? Because I can show you in real time concrete what it is and what it's not. And so to me, if I'm doing that, I'm being fair. Jimbo G says, Lukegsfieldreview, who you think we need to cut? Well, speaking of cuts, let's talk about who we already did cut. And if there are any possible players that got cut that I want. Now, just so you can know the schedule, come August 24th, they need to be down to 80. I'm going to say it again. 80, right? And that's going into the final game. So they'll go into the final game of the preseason. After the preseason, they got to go from 80 to 53. That's going to be brutal. So when you go down to the Lions, right? The Lions have already let Michael Warren go, a guy who I told you lacked vision, and I saw it. I didn't do it. I was shocked about the release of Chad Hansen, but I wasn't as shocked once I realized that it was a injury settlement. So he was hurt. They paid him money and told him, we're releasing you. It is what it is. I think had he not been hurt, he would have still been on the team. And so at that point, it's just a matter of doing it. So again, like I said, your starting 5 receivers is going to look like this. Brashard Perryman, Tyrell Williams, Quintez Cephas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Khalif Raymond. We're trying to find receivers 6 and 7. This is the reality, which brings me to another story that we're going to talk about a little bit later. Now, let me tell y'all what I did. I went through every single one of these teams, and I'm going to make this big so y'all can see it. But I went through every single one of these teams, and I really was asking myself, is there anybody on here that I'm willing to take a flyer on at this point? Because these are the first cuts. From the Bills, nobody. Nobody. From the Dolphins, nobody. I didn't see anything that jumped out to me. I said, okay. Patriots, nope. In fact, I think he might have been a former Lion. Shit, I can't remember. Jets, nobody. And you know I want a safety, but man, they've been trying to give Bennett Jackson a little to get this together for I'm thinking of TJ Green. Disregard that. I didn't see nobody here that I wanted. And the thing I was really looking for was safety and kickers. Because I was like, yo, we need a kicker. Then I see this, and I'm like, oh, Reese Horn. And I couldn't remember if that's Joe Horn's son or not. But I was like, if that is, I don't know. Might be worth a flyer. I come down a little bit further. Nobody from there. Nobody. Nope. Steelers. Now, this guy, I still believe in. I did a whole video on him. It's one of my more successful videos, but it's because of the way he plays the game. And he can play safety and cornerback. Now, is he the best cornerback? Probably not. That's probably why he keeps getting cut. I don't want to really say that because I don't think he's really been given a fair shake. But he's intriguing to me. And I think if given a fair chance, he might show you something. Houston, no. Colts, I seen nothing. Nothing. Jacksonville, I thought about Tebow because I knew somebody was gonna say it, but that's me being sarcastic. No to nothing on this group neither. Definitely no to no damn Tebow. This group I looked at and I said, maybe. maybe Paul Adams. But then again, I got to tell myself, can he unseat somebody who's going to be as a backup? And that's where the question becomes. I think he could, though. But, okay. Let's see. Denver. They're just not cutting players for the position that we really have a need, per se. Like a realistic need. But let me see. Nothing yet. I believe we already had Bo on our team. So before somebody go, I'll take Bo Scarborough back. No. Nope. Let's see. If y'all see somebody, please feel free to share with me. If I'm missing somebody or something, let me know. Because I'm just not. I didn't see too much. Mike Bombardi. Will DC stack the box? How will we counter? I think when you look at this team, if you stack this box with this team, with the things you can hit out the backfield, with the tight end that can find openings, if you stack in the box and you got two receivers who can take the top off, it's a mistake on your part. And so I think the counter is simply you always got a swing running back that you can check out or a delayed guy coming out the backfield. But generally, you just simply change the protection and send the tight end out, or change the protection and send them up the field. That's how I think we counter. So let me see. I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nobody's questions. I go down here. Skittles or M&Ms? If it's that blue pack of Skittles all day. If it's the original Skittles versus the original M&Ms, I want the original M&Ms. But that blue and purple pack of Skittles, I'm a sucker for them too. Them boys some bad boys. Just putting it out there. Them boys is good. Let's see if it's anybody else that stands out to me. And I'm going to jump down, so I'm going to skip some stuff. I apologize. But I want to try to see anything that stands out to me that I can go, yeah. Just me. I could be crazy. I was intrigued by Caleb Wilson. I really was. I think that yeah, there's been some questions there, but I like his size. I like the fact that he could just be the third tight end, and the fact that I think he could be underlooked. Now, don't get me wrong, Alizé Mack is a good guy, but he got the measurables. And y'all love people with measurables. This Kerryon getting cut again because he's hurt. It's sad. But no, nothing in here. Wide receiver Calvin Hartman was another guy I looked at. But I felt like with him, is he able to unseat people? And I said, if I'm going to go on that route, I need to be feeling real confident. And if I'm doing that, then I got somebody else I think we can look at. I just nothing. Nothing. Packers finally told Isaac Nada bye. I'm like, oh, that's how you feel? But again, nothing. I still ain't seen the kicker yet. I'm waiting on that kicker. I need that in my life. But even here, nothing. Let's go down here, see if they got anything good going on. Let's see. Marker. Nope. Y'all see my dilemma? I mean, the first group of cuts didn't really offer much that I could think can come in and unseat somebody. Now, I do know I got at least one message about Noah Spence, and I was like, we not finna play this game. I said, what's the difference between Noah Spence and Jalen Reeves maybe? What's the difference between Noah Spence? Like, whose spot he taking? Like, seriously. I had somebody like, man, you could bring Prince with Malcolm Mara, and we could really have a Nigerian team. And he takes away from who? Right? Like, Dude have been on too many teams for a reason. Let me see. I mean, like I said, I didn't see anything, and maybe y'all did. I didn't see anything I really wanted. Let me see. Nope. Now, the Edo Smith is an intriguing one, but I like our running backs. I like what we got there. Now, this is the first time I saw a damn kicker. Okay, and they must have just refreshed because it wasn't there before. I'll break them in for a look. I'm trying out every kicker. You can kick 55 yards or more, and we can talk about it. Every kicker is worth a shot. The kicker situation terrifies me. I'm seriously, when I tell you I get anxiety just thinking about the kickers, it's like, yo, it says who's the receiver from Jacksonville? Josh who? Let's see. You passed 3 kickers before the Rams. You slipping? Did I? Shit. I thought those were punters. I thought I read punter. No, I didn't. Punter. No, I didn't. Oh, damn. I didn't even see it. That's how bad I want a kicker. I'm just looking like, man, listen, with a K at? Every kicker deserves a chance. Listen, every single kicker gets an opportunity with me. I'm not even to play with y'all. Like every single one. I don't listen. I need a kicker. I need somebody I need 55 or up. You can kick it 55. We can talk. Let's see. Josh Perkins is another tight end that caught my attention. I thought, measurables, but again, I'm not shocked. And I saw Down Payne. I was like, But again, I didn't see too much that I would like. And as a Seahawks fan, everybody they cut, I was like, good. Good. They can go. But that's the group of people who got cut. So who do I think needs to still be cut when it comes to us getting to the next 5 players off? Victor Botton. Let's start there. Victor Botton can get the hell on. I don't know, this whole jumping in the air for the ball, we can't keep doing this. We can't. You can't keep doing it. And on top of that, I would want to see them get rid of what's his name? Cornell. He can go. I would rather see Cornell go. With Deion Hamilton being on IR, Jelani Tavai's spot just got even more safe, in my opinion. But I think they need to move on from CJ Moore. They can upgrade that backup spot, in my opinion. You can't cut Tavai. I know you want to cut him, Steve. Shout out to my Roar of the Lions UK family over here. Steve says Tavai got to get cut. But now with Deion Hamilton going on IR, I don't know how you can do it. I'm just saying. I don't know how you can pull it off. So I'm trying to think who else I could think we can get rid of. Man, we got quite a few people that we can get rid of. The hardest battle is going to be them running backs. I like Dedrick Mills, but that performance that Craig put on, if he can do it again, I'm for it, But if not, then I'm keeping Dedrick Mills, the younger running back. Who else I can see us getting rid of? Well, they already put one of the guys I thought wasn't making the team on IR, the guard. So I'm trying to think who else is there left for me. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of people, but I ain't got the roster in front of me, so I don't want to keep trying to jog my brain right now. Jack Casey fan didn't want a bunch of cast off either, but John Dorsey brought in 8 of them his first year there, and it worked out okay. Yeah. Analytics Den says Zane Gonzalez is better than any kicker we have. He is super close to being elite, Luke. I like Zane Gonzalez, but he's not consistent. And in this sport, as a kicker, the only thing you need to do is not only make kicks, do it consistently. That's my problem. He's not consistent. Lukegsfieldreview, it's funny how I said we need to make sure we keep Prater. Now we looking for a kicker. Bro, I know. That's why, in a way, part of me sometimes wonder, like, it makes me wonder, like, damn, did we mess up with letting the low snapper go? like if we're not going to have balls going over the kicker head and stuff, I mean, damn. Just said, JGB says, bring in Josh Rosen. He was cut. I know. Listen, General, I can't. I think the reason why I can't do it with Rosen now is because at this point, who is he supposed to, who? Why? Even if you ask him to be a game manager, I think his confidence is so shot. He's a project for the mental side of the ball. Forget the physical, the mental. They're going to have to rub him all up and everything to get his confidence back up. I don't know if I got time for that. I got guys right now who, at least in David Blau, who I believe is rest to go. I don't know if I'm, I don't know if I'm feeling that. Yep, he can't catch a simple pass. Well, hey, If you can't catch a simple pass, that's a problem. Let me see what other questions we got. It says, no, I like Cornell. No, he got to go, bro. He already suspended. Let's get that part of the way. He already suspended. And who is he supposed to unseat? You telling me we can't upgrade from a Cornell? Seriously. I'm just saying. I'm going to be watching him hard this next game, though. So, fair enough. Analytics, I wasn't sure. It's not like he's going to have a lot of support. Well, D. Mazzoon says, hell no to no Josh Rosen. It says, damn, you agree with me again. TJ Moore was late in coverage a lot. Yeah, he got to go. I told you we got a safety problem. Dean Marlowe is making me a believer, right? I'm impressed with some of the improvements I've seen from Will Harris, but CJ Moore, I'm just like, bro, you got to get there. And so, it's evident. It is what it is, and whether they want to believe it or not, I don't see it. Don't see Tavai improving. Give him time. It's like Novocaine. It don't always work. Burns is coming back from injury. Yeah. CJ Moore has special teams value. Damn, that's a good point. He probably makes a team. But if I can upgrade from that and still get special teams value, I mean, would you want to move on from him? If I could upgrade. So I like Rosen in the draft. I think he can be solid, just been on crappy teams. I know, but the confidence got to be shot. And I got this view from Joey Harrington, who said that once he got to like the third or fourth team, he was like, his confidence was done. He just didn't have it in him to keep doing this over and over. So I get it. We already have enough special team value. Okay. Tavai safer, but he needs to play better versus Steelers. This is true. It says, we know Tavai floor and his First of all, Tavai has some good and some bad. But you're talking about a guy who come in and fill a role in short space. I think he'd be okay. I'm not acting like he's the greatest, but right now he's safe. At least from what I can tell. Now we see how he do this next game, and it might get suspect. Let's see. Hands look not good out there. He can get cut. I think Deshaun Hand, I thought he looked decent. I'm not going to say he didn't look good. I thought he looked decent. But I also think that the injuries, he hurt again. It's funny how Hand hurt his hand. Like, I just find that kind of hilarious. Imagine the delicious pork and pineapple tacos from Tavai's taco truck once he removes from the roster and has the freedom to openly pursue my dreams. Huh? What? Is this just learning to vibe? What you mean openly pursue your dreams? What? That dude has been injury prone since he got in the league. Facts. Is Tavai really that bad? I think he, like Calvin Noy, you got to put him in the right system. If he gets cut, he's gonna have to make a hard decision about if he wants to play with a team like the Steelers or play with a team like New England. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I think they can get the most out of him. What's going on, SpeakEZ Sports, aka Easy? It's easy, baby. SpeakEZ. What's going on, my fellow DSA member and Woodward Sports? What am I gonna call you? I'm gonna call you the Woodward Sports freaking mathematician. You handle your business over there, so 100%. Let's see. Zan has a strong leg. One of his kickoff was short. Again, I know that he has problems. I remember him well for a lot of reasons because I think he was one of the faster kickers in the combine too. In the last 2 years, Zane only struggled in the 40 to 49. He only has 2 total misses. If he can get that 40 to 49 zone down, he would be elite. I feel you, Analytics, Dan. That's a good point. I need you to kick it 54 to 55 because with Prater, I knew 56 out, we still had a shot. And now I'm mad because I'm like, damn it, we got a kicking problem. So Rosen has bounced around too many already. I agree. Lukegsfieldreview, people thought I was crazy when I said we need to make sure we cap Prater. People thought I was crazy. We need to get the famous YouTuber kicker. No, they're not going to. No, he's not coming. He a punter, but If you talking about McAfee, I think he a punter if I'm not mistaken. Lord no on Rosen. He not good. Right to the point. I ain't mad at you. Perfect in 20 to 29. Yeah, but I don't need you to be 2020. What about when we need a long field goal? Now, my goal is this. I want to win every single one. But I'm just saying. Says, damn, Luke is quoting my article on Cornell. Hey, I did watch the game, but you did make some good points that I definitely agree with. Dean Marlowe and Will were great. They played totally different. Totally shocked the hell out of me. totally shocked the hell out of me. Blau was regular season experience that makes Blau quarterback number 2 unless Boyle really picks things up. Well, it's not looking good for Boyle. If we wanted a good special teams player, we would bring back Tony McRae. I mean, yeah, but wow, Steve, this how you feel? There's a group of cheerleading minors trapped on Tobias floor. I'm not. You out cold today. I see. They can't even play against the Bills. I thought I saw him play. I thought I saw him out there. 93. I'm pretty sure I saw him out there. I gotta go back and check, but I'm pretty sure I thought I saw him. Rosen is very smug. His teammates hated him everywhere he went. If that's true, then that says it's hand play versus Bills. I thought he did. I thought I saw 93 out there. What's it, 92? Shit. With 91 is Brockers. Let me think about this. 91 is Brockers. I think 99 is Pennicini now. Or no, he's 98. So, yeah, he got to be 93. I thought I saw him out there. Jack Frost says, Big Luke, I'm from 6 Mile and Gratiot, East Side. Hey, Team East Side over here, baby. Yeah, I didn't grow up on the West Side. My mother hated the West Side. She said it was too many one-way streets. I'm still on the East Side, so hey. Team East Side, baby. It's a joke, Luke. Tavares taco truck. Come on, man. Everybody wants a Oh, over my head. Told you, man. Over my head. My bad. It says no, Steve, he didn't play. Then who the hell did I see? I could have swore I saw him out there. See, 92. 92 is Kevin Strong. Bruh, hold on. I gotta go. I gotta go look that up. I'm pretty sure I saw him out there. Unless I looked at the wrong number when he was turning. Let me see. Because I thought I saw him blow up the line. Let me see this. Let me see. We're gonna find out soon enough. I take y'all word for it, but I gotta see. Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure I thought I saw him out there for a few snaps. Well, this is delightful. How do I get? Oh, they don't even show preseason stuff. What kind of stuff is this? All right. I ain't going to worry about it. If y'all say he wasn't out there, I thought I saw number 93. I'll take y'all word for it. I didn't see Hand in the Buffalo either. Thought Strong took his spot. Strong was 92. I'll take y'all word for it. Rosen gives me Joey Harrington vibes. Yes, because the confidence is shot. Tavares was looking real lost out there Friday. But I like the fact that he looked a little bit faster. I know a little bit faster ain't that much, but I like it. How are you going to say somebody played bad when he didn't even play? That's tough. Yeah, I listen, I thought I saw him out there. I thought I saw him not get a stat register, but I thought I saw him out there. I feel like I definitely saw 92 make that play. I was like, oh, he blew that up. 91. I just gotta go through and look at the numbers again. That's the problem. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This new number system has got me completely lost. I like the single digit stuff is throwing me the hell off. I was watching the Steelers game, I think it was. And I think dude had number 6 on or something like that. Or I was so confused. Even in the damn Cowboys game, I'm so used to seeing certain numbers and it helps my view of the things happen quicker. Now I'm having to adjust and do it. Even in college, I remember when they gave that quarterback in Michigan 98, that was messing my brain up. I was like, yo, what the hell? Because your eyes are trained to see the player, but now I'm just telling y'all what I learned from Ray Lewis, because yes, I'm putting that little piece out there because I actually learned some stuff from Ray Lewis, who actually talked to me. So shout out to my man Ray. he said he never really, he knew who the people were, but if they wasn't no dog, he wasn't focused on them like that. He saw the flash of their jersey numbers, and he know, oh, that's the tight end. He can go by. Like, that's how he was able to keep up, and that's how I was playing too. Like, it's just confusing the fuck out of me. I hate this number change. Prater struggled last year. Well, we should have given him more time. Didn't Jason Hansen have some struggles? Destroying the kicker he is talking about. Let me see. Cut Holder. Holder, I think he in trouble. James Holyfield says, Luke, how long do you think the first team play on Saturday? First half. And I can even see them pushing it past that. Kevin Strong, that's who you saw. Kevin Strong's 92. I think he's 92. Listen, bro. I'm telling y'all, it helps when you had the volume up, but I don't watch the games with the volume. So if I'm at the stadium, I don't, obviously I can't mute people. But when I'm at home, I watch the game on mute. I don't, because the commentators will confuse you and get you to look at something that you don't really need to look at because it's not important. So I don't watch it. It's way too early for good players to get cut. Let's talk about something else. Agree. Ham might be doing drugs and might turn into LT in the worst. Man, listen, LT was a crackhead. No matter how you slice it, he was. So who was the wide receiver from Jacksonville? Josh who? Well, let me go back. I go back and look at Jacksonville. Let me see. Come on, get up here. Where you at, Jacksonville? Oh, wow. What? Okay, you joined me to say this damn name. Okay, I see what you did. Your patty is showing strong today, but I'm gonna go for it. A monitor be he Man, how many damn letters is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Man, that's bruh. Come on, man. Why? Why, coach? Why? Why would you do this to me? J-Bo G said, I thought I seen him too. Today was out that game. Damn, I thought I saw them playing. Shit. Dude, y'all is crazy. I can't believe that y'all actually had me say this name, man. You ain't no good. Dude. Steve Collins said, he said, Josh, what? My keyboard, what? Hey, he knew what he was doing when he asked me that question. I went back and looked and said, oh, you dirty. Okay. Okay. I'm putting cases on all you. Okay. I see what's going on here. Hacked it with the other DN. Oh. Okay. Dude, y'all are silly. Steve Collins, that's the problem with him. Has talent, but injured a lot. He sucks too, but got hurt day after the press conference. Wow. Haha, making Luke say that name. Shame on you. That name was terrible. On mute, but the commentators keep the game interesting. I don't need them. See, I think what it is when I played football, the way I learn is whatever you teach me. So if you teach me how to fix brakes a certain way, once I see that, I'll fix it that way every single time until I get a more efficient and faster way to do it. And when I was doing film study and stuff like that, my coaches always had me do film study and there was no sound. So I got used to watching the game with no sound. I didn't need it. And the sound distracts you. And you're trying to figure out formations and what they like to do. That's why I don't watch it with sound. So I mute the game. So last by as people still getting you back from the pettiness you delivered to them, bruh. That name was horrible. How was you supposed to pronounce this name, Luke? Who was the Bills wide receiver you hope they cut? Marquez Stevens, the one that burnt price on that deep bomb, number 5. He was number 5 at Houston as well. I did a small video on him. I really love his game. Aggressive catcher, reminds me of Steve Smith. Got some speed, some explosiveness, can be a kick and punt returner. I really like Marquez Stevenson. That's the guy from the Bills I wish they cut. Let me see. Tim, what? I'm not going to play these names. Commentators are annoying unless you are Tony Romo. Tony Romo be knowing his stuff. I had somebody, they was hyping him up. It's crazy, man. I'm not even going to play with these names, bro. So Joe's got over his head, Steve Collins. Just talk catch up. He gets that. I don't know about no catch up. Luke commented to himself during the game. Not true. How many D linemen do you think we keep? Let me go through my mental Rolodex. Matter of fact, I'll just bring up their roster. That's what I'll do. I'll bring up their roster, and I'll tell you who I think will stay. That'll be easier than me trying to remember all these damn people's names. Y'all, I can't believe he walked me into that damn name like that. He said it twice, and I was like, what is he talking about? Twice for that name. Knowing damn well I was gonna struggle with it. It's all good. I'll give you that one. It won't happen again. You won't get me twice. You only get that one time. You won't get me twice. Let me see. We can do. Let's see. Is this it? All right. Let me go through here. Who or how many are we keeping? So I'm going to show you here. All right. If I need to make that bigger, simply let me know, and I will do that. Obviously, we keeping Brockers 1, McNeil 2. I'm iffy on Nick Williams 3, 4. I think he lose out to Kevin Strong. Even maybe possibly H, but he could. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think Deshaun Hand, the injury cost him his spot. So I'm going to say 5. I think they carry 6 D linemen. I think you get Michael Brockers, and I think you get Kevin Strong. So they go your starter and backup. I think you get Levi, who I think will be a starter, and Nick Williams. So that's 2. And then you get McNeil and Penny City as your 2 nose tackles. I think Hector, I don't think he makes it. Miles Brown, I don't think he makes it, or PJ Johnson. And I think they're going to be looking for other people to add. I think in terms of safeties, we got to find some way to move on from CJ Moore. Holder, I think it's done. Price, I think it's done. And Jalen Elliott, a guy who I watched at Texas, and I just think he's done too. But the problem is he's probably going to be safe by virtue that there's nobody to challenge him, unfortunately. So yeah, I see that being where they are. Let me see. They may take another wide receiver in the final players cut. I can see that too. I think they carry between 7 and 8 receivers. Big West, he likes hearing that last squirt of ketchup come out the bottle. That's not true. Boy, you silly. Godwin. Huh? How do you pronounce his last name? Okay. King. King. Bam. You thought she was going to get me, didn't you? Thought she was going to get me. Let me get down here. Fantasy draft time almost here. Yeah. I just despise fantasy. And you walk through the door willingly. Every time it seems like. Lukegsfieldreview, I used to see you in others Lions chats as a guest years ago. You used to throw slip patty stuff at people. You ain't know it go over their head. I used to do it to a whole lot of. No, I used to go in and I would point out facts. I would keep it objective and I would point out facts. Then I got to a point where I was like, I can't talk facts in a chat where people are not willing to accept it. So, hey, here I am. You think Tavai can play long snapper? That's a good question. If he can, that'd be impressive, right? It says not keeping 2-yard boils. Here you go, this 2-yard boils. Hey, you never know. Elliott is from Notre Dame. Blue and gold. Was it Notre Dame? I thought it was Texas. Elliott, Notre Dame. Oh, he sure is. Jesus Christ. Lord, y'all got to help me. You're right. I'm tired, people. All right. It says, I'm not surprised, but damn, Jimbo G. Nah, man, I wasn't doing that. He talks about, I was not doing that. Oh, damn, Jimbo G, throwing the man under the bus. Man, I wasn't doing that. Don't believe that hype. I think with the cutting of Dion, I thought they put him on, the cutting of Don, there's not a chance we get Golden Tate. Why you say that? Only players 29 years or younger now. Oh, well, that's gonna bring me to my next topic because somebody wrote an article saying that they think that Brad Holmes needs to call Golden Tate, and I've been saying is that if there's ever a person I was going to bring back, I would bring back Golden Tate because at least he can unseat. The receivers on our roster. And if you put him in a slot with Amon-Ra St. Brown, or if you put him out there, it's too much to contend with. It's too confusing, in my opinion. So, yeah. Luke G, what are your thoughts on our starting corners? Who's going to cover number one receiver? It's better be Okudah. It has to be Okudah, right? Like, if you look at this cornerbacks, it has to be Okudah. He has to take the next step. He has to be cornerback one. There's no ifs, ands, and buts, but who else can take it? I think Amani can do it somewhat, but this is the guy who's been charged with being that guy. So he has to be the one. If he's not doing it, then we got problems. If he can't be a number one and you took him that high, we got problems. It got to be him. I was like, dude, crazy as hell. I think he takes the ketchup bottle while he's watching the No, I don't, bro. I already mess with ketchup. Y'all crazy. Did Fitu play against the Bills, the cornerback, number 20? Number 26? I think he did play. He got beat on a slant too, but I thought he did a good job of recovering, at least for the tackle, but he played. Price big and fast. Why not try him at wide receiver? Because you can just get other receivers. You can go and get a Golden Tate, and you haven't even got all the receivers who are going to be cut right now. So I'm just saying, you throw facts, but you was throwing some stuff at them as well. Oh man, that wasn't me. You can talk facts to the delusional loop. That is a philosophical principle. Most people leave. Well, listen, I can't. I've tried it. It just don't work. So that's why I'm here. Lions field with Notre Dame players. Lions, Notre Dame both can't beat teams that NFL play. Well, we're going to find out. They still got work to do. Oh, Stern. Number 7 from Texas. Is that Stern? Is that who I'm thinking of? I know it's one of them dudes, man. Listen, y'all got to excuse me. I'm surprised I even got home on time today because I was, I'm doing my little overtime thing. How old is Brockers? I think he's like 30, 29 or 30. Big West, he likes that vinegar and that cat. Boy, stop. Let me see. Then try to make fun of you, school them. Come back and throw a jab or two or 5. Man, that was like one dude. Okay, I'll give you one dude I did that to because he wouldn't let up. I'll give you that. Speak on tape. Amon-Ra looked just like him on the field. They even looked the same in the helmet. Amon-Ra to me looks like Hines Ward. When he caught that pass and was smiling, I was like, yo, that's strange. That's how it looked to me. I like how they use Mike Ford at the weak side and zone. I see what they plan on doing. Yeah, I think even though Michael Lombardi don't agree, even though he don't agree, I think they're getting their feet wet with some of these people and experiment with things that they're going to experiment with. So that's the time to do it. Tate will help Amon-Ra in the receiving corps. I think he will too. One Pride 40 says, will Levi start week 1? I think he does. I think you get Levi 1 DN, Brockett at the other, McNeil at the nose tackle, Trey Flowers and Romeo Core on the outside rushing, and inside I think it's going to be Derek Barnes, and I think it's going to be, Collins. Now I know my man Avery over there says he thinks it's going to be Ellis Anzalone, but I think if Barnes has another good outing, Anzalone going to the backup role. So, just saying, Okudah will be much better this year. Yeah, I think he will too. Luke, if you were a fringe tight end trying to get a job, would you be bitter towards Tebow at all? Nope. Because in this business, he ain't the first one to be brought in to play a position he didn't need to play. I mean, hell, let's just go through right now. We've done it. Every team has done it. They've brought somebody in to play something that they wasn't supposed to play. What's the difference from you taking a receiver and turning him into a tight end? Darren Waller was drafted as a receiver before the Ravens realized, yeah, he might be better as a tight end. Then he really bulked up for the Raiders and took off. So, I mean, no, you shouldn't get upset about that, and you should not be mad. Your job is to go in and show why they made a mistake trying to play Frankenstein with this option. So I'm not getting it. I got a feeling Perryman ain't making the 53-man. Just saying. Why? Why you think he's not making the 53-man? Because if he's not making it, then you saying that it's going to be Quintez Cephas, Tyrell Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, and then who? Somebody had to unseat him. So if you're telling me we're going out to get, say, Golden Tate or some other receiver, then I'll agree with you. But I don't know. It just is what it is. One Pride 40, Luke, cookies and cream or moose tracks? Hands down, cookies and cream. You can put that shit on everything. It's like hot sauce. It's delicious. Blue Moon or sherbet? Sherbet. I hate Blue Moon. I don't know what the hell Blue Moon. I'm like, whoever came up with that needs to be cursed out. It's terrible. So sherbet for me. Luke, you should do a catch-up review podcast show. Right. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even like tomatoes. Would you come here with no problem pissed to get revenge on people? Man, let me get up out of here. Let me see. I'm gonna hit on one more thing. I got Season in the building. He says, "Yep, I see Hines Ward in him too." That's who he reminds. Dude, every time he did something, he jumped up and was smiling, like a big smile. Like you ask him to block, he smiles. You ask him to run a crazy route, he just smiled. I got that Hines Ward, feel from him. A lot of my friends hated the Barnes speak because they wanted Cox. But after that game, they're all sold on him now. Tried to tell him. Yeah, I mean, listen, people get caught up in the name. I go by the film. And it's even harder when your schedule is tight and you're not getting as much sleep. So you just gotta keep, staying on top of it. I don't even go into draft mode until December. When December hit, that's when I started going into draft mode because that's when I know enough information to figure out what we're gonna do. Luke, you ever try ketchup and mayo sandwiches? What the hell is that? Who eats a ketchup and mayo sandwich? That don't even sound right. Ketchup and no, I ain't never tried that. No, that sounds disgusting. And like an artery clogger. What the hell? JEMlive sandwich, remember? Let's see. That's ketchup and mayo. Oh my God. That would be 5 rookie starters. I think our rookies is gonna play. I'm looking forward to a lot more Russian 5 blitzing. Yeah, they was doing some of it a little bit in the game, but I think it's gonna be way worse than that. I remember when teams were trying to make Lamar Jackson into a receiver, right? And I don't think receivers got upset about it. He kept himself out of that talking. It is what it is. You seem maybe too firm that Blau is unquestionably better than Tamau. Is Blau that good? Well, I think here's the thing. When you look at the quarterback position, you got to ask yourself, who's going to be able to have the poise? My man's relying on his athletic ability a lot. But if you're telling me that he can not rely on it and do the other parts, then, hey, I don't put him in there. I just think that they're going to feel comfortable with Blau. I just think they do. He's been in practice longer. He's familiar with the people there already. I just think there's a comfortability there, in my opinion. Could be wrong. Pittman looked smaller. I thought he was bigger. He's like 6. Well, okay, y'all gotta put it with a grain of salt. They claim he's like 6'2" or something like that, 6 feet or 6'2". But you could be right. This team will succeed based on the identity of Barnes, Brockers, Flowers, Okudah, Levi, Aleem, Jamal, Amara, Hawkins, and once Ragnow take the O-line, follow me, leadership, they will be respected. I like that statement. If Perryman misses another game, how long are we going to keep him before we realize he doesn't have the kneecap mentality? Not long at all. And that's when you're going to see them start to reach out in free agency and bring somebody else in here. And it's something that he needs to really look at because it could be a problem. I mean, Tate will come here and piss with no problem to get revenge on people. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think Perryman is always a little bit injured where he's going to get a shot. I can tell you that right now. He's definitely going to get a shot. Perryman definitely making it. He's fast. He's had good prior experience with Randall L. That's why I think he's going to make it. He's the guy that's going to be the threat. You want to come up if you want to, he'll take the top off. I just think that's the rule. Randall L. was a quarterback in college, but made a living playing receiver. Right. Nobody should be mad at him about that. Amar chokes people while speaking to them in German with a smile on his face. What? Linesley, what kind of statement is that, bro? What in the hell? Ketchup and mayo. I know, bro. I wasn't ready for it. You eat ketchup and mayo sandwiches? No, the hell I do not. That sounds disgusting. Thank you for ignoring my comment, Luke. I appreciate it. What? Luke is a ketchup and mayo sandwich. No. I don't even mess around with it. He not ignoring you. He talking too much. There you go. Jamie Collins didn't play that well to me, but Barnes and Pittman at least played fast at linebacker. Well, I think Collins was just trying to get in there and make the calls. I don't think he was trying to play, fast or hard. They was evaluating stuff. So, but I do get what you're saying. If Jordan has a Craig Reynolds type game, would you cut Blau? Nope. He got to do it more than once. Consistency is the word. I'm not even ready to cut. I still want to keep Dedrick Willis until I see him do it again. Now, if Reynolds do it a second time, well, let's talk about it. I think you're getting on his nerves with the catch-up talk. Nah, never that. Because I don't know what he's talking about. I don't mess with no catch-up. Blue Moon fire, bro. You capping. No, I'm not. I hate Blue Moon, bro. I don't know what the hell that is. What is that? I just don't like it. I don't know. Luke, you were concerned with Patricia's first preseason game. No, I wasn't. I was concerned with his first game where he got beat the hell up by the Jets. And that's when I was out. I was literally at that point, once he got beat by the Jets, I was out. I talked about Tavon Wilson, the fact that he didn't start Glover Quin. And then I had the video battle with Mobby because he was hyped up on Tavon Austin and all the other stuff. Bro, no, never preseason. I don't even take preseason serious. So no concerns for me. Would you ever consider uploading this to Apple Podcasts or Spotify's audio only? How do you do it? If you shoot me a message on one of my social media feeds and tell me how to do it, I will absolutely do it. I just don't know how. I suck when it comes to this stuff. All right, people, we have been on for an hour and 49 minutes. We've had 85 people max in here. I hope the likes is at least close to that. So, just wanted to give y'all something. I wanted to let y'all hear the ridiculousness that was Mike Lombardi talk about the possibility of Golden Tate coming back, and I would be for it. I don't know if you're against it, but I would be 100% for it. Talk about the cuts and some of the new transactions and stuff like that, but ultimately just have fun and hopefully get y'all something to relax to while you're at work, while you're out chilling or whatever you're doing. Just want to do that. But yes, if somebody can teach me how to put this stuff on Spotify and I will 100% do it. I just don't know how to do it. This is a little bit easier for me. So not much of a Campbell guy. However, the ceiling for this team lowest is 8 and 9, highest wild card. Wow. That's coming from not a Lions fan, but wow, that's crazy. Does Blau still have practice squad eligibility? No, I don't think he does. I think they used that one last year on him. I feel like that's what they did last year to protect him. So I don't think he does. Do you expect the defense to play with the same intensity last week? No. I expect for them to play a little bit faster, have a more sense of urgency this time around. Y'all know me, can't end the show without a positive word. Today's positive word comes from me. It's really probably not my quote, but I heard this. I heard something that inspired me to give y'all this quote. Did you forget the mission? Did you forget the mission? Because if you did, then let me help you get back on track. The mission was simple. You wake up, you put one foot in front of the other, you take a deep breath, and you move forward. Whatever's behind you should not be of your concern. See, you're wasting too much time trying to capture what you don't pass. What you passed was passed for a reason. It was a part of what you needed to build up to the new you, to the new generation that's going to come out and be different. Have you forgot the mission? The mission is simple. You have to find some type of way to enjoy all the things that you have done well. Like breathe, walk, move forward, smile, laugh, made a phone call, told someone I love you. All the small, simple things that you just simply skipped over. Have you forgot the mission? It don't require you to do anything other than just be you. Be in the moment of you. You don't have to look left. You don't have to look right. You simply have to just look straight. Watch where you're headed. Because if you just keep the focus on track, you understand the mission, then you will understand that the destination that you thought you were so far away from is a whole lot closer. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. And if you don't do nothing else possible, please leave a comment, because I do respond to every single one of them, and I do enjoy talking football with you all and having this conversation because it's fun and it's entertaining. I will be back at it as long as I'm not held off at work. I will be back at it again about 5 o'clock tomorrow to talk some more Detroit Lions football. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out.